Hi everyone, welcome to Analyze It. In today's video, I'm really excited to share with you a cool trick, how to turn audio into text or a document. Imagine being able to transcribe and translate any audio. That is what we are going to do with this video. We'll be using Python to communicate with Whisper, the amazing speech-to-text tool developed by OpenAI, the same folks who created the famous ChatGPT. Python will request Whisper to transcribe and translate, and Whisper will respond back with the text version of our audio. In this first video, I will guide you through the transcribing process of a single audio file. And stay tuned, because in a second video I will release soon, I will show you how to handle multiple audio all at once. So let's dive in now. The audio file that I want to transcribe and translate is located in my desktop, and as you can see, this is an MP3 file, and the name of the file is Yan. So let's listen a sample of that audio.
What is your name?
My name is Yan Nail Jabatsis.
How old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
What are you doing right now?
I'm currently enrolled in college studying to become a computer science major.
Okay, this is a sample of the audio that I will transcribe. And as I said, we will be using Python, and Python will communicate with Whisper. But to type my Python code, I will use Jupyter Notebook as an IDE. So let's open my Jupyter Notebook and let's start the process of transcribing and translating using Python and Whisper. Okay, I just opened my Jupyter Notebook, and the process of transcribing or translating an audio file to a text, I would summarize this as having 4 steps. The first one would be to really provide the path of where your audio file is located. And then you need to have OpenAI module installed and call in your Jupyter Notebook. And then you need also to call the OpenAI API key. And the last one, which is probably the most important one, is the open file will be sent to the Whisper model of OpenAI. So let's start with the first step, which is providing the audio file path. Now, to provide the path of my audio, I will basically create a variable, and I will provide the path of my audio. So let me call my variable audio underscore path equal, and I will provide the path. So I will put the path in double quote, copy my path, and remember I told you, and it is an MP3 and it is located in my desktop. So I will copy and paste the path. Here you go. It's so simple like that. You provide the path by creating a variable that contains the path of your audio. So now let's move to the second step, which is importing the OpenAI model. Okay, to import the OpenAI model in your Jupyter Notebook, remember it must be already installed in your computer. If it is not already installed, you must install it in your computer before calling it in your Jupyter Notebook. If you don't have it already installed in your computer, you just need to go in your command prompt and type, for example, I will type cmd to go in my command prompt. And once I am in my command prompt, I will just install it by typing pip install OpenAI. And then I will click on the enter key on your keyboard, and it will be install it. In my case, it is already installed, so I don't have to do that. So when it is installed in your personal computer, in your Jupyter Notebook, to import the OpenAI module, you just need to type import OpenAI and shift enter. And then we're done with the second step. So let's go in the third step, which is really important. It is about the OpenAI API key. Okay, so but before I call the OpenAI API key, let's have a quick chat on what is an API. Basically, an API, APIs are sets of rules and protocols that allow different software applications to communicate with each other. In my case, or let's say in that case of this video, it is between Python and OpenAI speech-to-text engine. Remember, we are using Python to type our code, and we want to have the OpenAI speech-to-text engine to transcribe and translate the audio that we have already will be imported in our Python. So therefore, you need to provide the API key that is associated with your OpenAI account. This will be used to authenticate and authorize access to the API. Remember, never ever share your API key with someone. It should be kept confidential to prevent unauthorized usage. So that means if you share your API key to someone, or if someone has your API, this person will be able to use your API key and do the same job. And in that case, it will cost you something. Also, keep in mind, guys, I will be using my own API key for demonstration, and at the end of when I will be publishing this video, I will revoke this key. So to get an Open API key, you need therefore to create an account with OpenAI. You need to visit the OpenAI website and sign up for an account if you don't already have one. So because I have one account, let me show you how you can generate your OpenAI API key. So you basically go to their website. In that case, their website is platform openai.com, blah, blah, blah. So you can do some research and go in their account. And once you are in their account, you look for the API key section. And then you click on create a new secret key. And this is where it will generate for you a new secret key. I will recommend you to copy and paste it and save it somewhere securely, because once it is created and if you log off from OpenAI, it will not show you again the key. So you need to save it in some place so you can later use it. Okay, so that I have already created my OpenAI key. So it is that one, and I have saved it in my computer. So let's use it in my Jupyter Notebook. So basically, I will start by creating a variable that I will call key equal, and I will paste my OpenAI secret key. Again, here I will revoke that key once this video is published, right? And then once I created a variable that contained my OpenAI API key, I will call the OpenAI module, and then also a method called API key. So it will be API underscore key, and this module will be linked to my key that I previously created. So it will be key. So simple like that to call an OpenAI API key. You just need to provide the API key as a variable, and then you call the OpenAI module and the method API key equal to key, and then shift enter. All right. So now let's move on to the last step that is really, really important, and it's mostly the heart of this video. Okay, in this fourth step, we will do three things. We'll first open the audio file, then we will send it to the Whisper model for transcription, and then we will print the result of the transcription. So to open the audio file, we'll be using the with statement of Python. So we'll type with open parenthesis, and this will take two parameters. So we will first need to provide the audio path and some characteristics. So we'll provide the audio path. Remember, the audio path was saved as a variable called audio path. So we'll type audio path, comma, and then RB, which is to say that it will be open as a binary mode. The with statement is used to ensure that the file is properly closed after it's been done used. This is a really good practice to avoid resource leaks. Once we have opened it and we need to continue that code, we said we want to open it as, and we're going to give a name, and we're going to say audio, for example, audio file. Okay. And then it will create an indent for us. So this line of code is basically opening the audio file in the RB mode, and we'll open it as a variable called audio file. And once we have opened your audio, this is where we're going to send this audio file to the Whisper model. So we will first be sure that I'm using the indent. So we'll first create a variable for the transcription, and we'll say transcript equal, and then we will call the OpenAI module and a couple of methods, audio dot transcribe, open the bracket. So what this line is telling, what I'm telling Python is that I want to create a variable that is called transcript, and it's equal to the OpenAI, and this will be using a method called to transcribe the audio within the OpenAI module. And I will have to specify a couple of parameters. The first parameter that I need to provide is the model. So the model that I want to use is the Whisper. So I will say model equal double quote and Whisper 1. So this is the first parameter that I want to use using the audio transcribe method in OpenAI model, comma. And then the second parameter is which file that I want to transcribe. Remember, I said I open the file, the audio file, as an audio file. So the file now is audio file. So far, what I'm telling my Python is that I want to open the audio file that is stored in this path, and I will open it as an audio file, and I create a variable that is transcript, and I calling the OpenAI module and the method audio to transcribe it, and the model that I'm using is Whisper 1, and the file that I want to transcribe is that file here. Now there are two more parameters that I need to provide. The next one is the format of the response. By default, the transcribe function, the transcribe feature from OpenAI will generate or will by default will give you the transcription in the format of a JSON. But we want this as a text, so we need to specify text. So we'll give the third parameter, which is response underscore response equal, and we want as a text. Right? If you don't do that, it will generate it as a JSON file for you. And finally, the last one, and this is where we're going to be using this parameter for translation, is the language. So the language, for now, let's type the language as English. Double quote, English. All right. So that now we are done with opening and transcribing. So we need to print it. Right, so it's so easy like that. So we will basically print this variable that we have created that is for transcribing our audio. So we'll say basically print, and what we want to print, the transcript. All right, so that we are done. Let's see how the magic is coming. So now let's run the entire code and see what is the output. So I will go to my kernel here, and I will say restart and run all. So, and we'll see restart and run all, and we'll see what will be the result of that. Let's see what is the magic. All right. Okay, so I think I made a mistake. Okay, so this part here, this parameter here should be response format. So the response that we want and the format that we want. Okay, and then let's rerun all again. Let's rerun the code. Shift enter. All right. Did you remember my audio? What is your name? My name is Neil Jean-Baptiste, blah blah. Here's the magic of the transcribing an audio into a text. Now, you remember my audio was in English. If I want to do the translation, I can just change the language. So let's say I want to translate my audio that has been transcribed into French. I will just type FR and run again the code. Let's see the result of this. Here you go, the translation. So beautiful. Isn't it amazing? Okay, so now everything worked perfectly well, and we have been able to transcribe and transcript our audio. So we can also do some improvement in the code, and specifically what I would recommend in this case is to use the try except structure of Python. And the try except structure in Python is used for handling exceptions or errors. It means that the code within the try block will be executed, and if an exception or errors occur during the execution, they will be caught and handled in the except block. This structure helps prevent the script from crashing due to errors and allows for graceful error handling. So in this block of code, we're going to put this block of code in the try, and so we will type here try column, and we will indent all the code under the try. So we'll select it and put it in as a tab. And now that we have the try, let's put the except. So we type a exception column, and we want to print an error, a message for the error. So the message that I want to print is an error occurred, comma, and one thing that I forgot to put here is exception as E. All right, so I have to put comma and E. So what this try except will do for us is that it will run when we are running the code. It will first go to the try, and if there is no error, everything will be working perfectly. But if there is an error, or if an issue happened during the execution of the code, there will be a message saying an error occurred. So, and basically this line of code is where we are putting the message for saying the error. So let's see how it works. Run the cell again. Okay, so because I don't have any issue in my code or error, so it did not print this error message for me. So I think this is the best practice whenever you are running a code to use the try and except. This is the end of the video where I tried to show you how you can transcribe and translate an audio to a text. I hope you have enjoyed and you will find this video really useful for you. If you like this video, also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumb up. I will in the comment I will place a link where you can have access to the full Python code. So feel free to use it and copy it and share it to anyone who you think it will be useful. I will be releasing soon a second video where we will do the same thing, but we will be using multiple audio. So that means we will transcribe and translate multiple video or audio at the same time. Thank you and stay tuned.